Welcome to my garage, everyone. This time we're going to clean up a few screwdrivers that have been sitting around here waiting patiently in line to be cleaned up. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Here we go. I got a surprise in the mail today from Resto-Rob. And let me show you what Robert sent me. Now I admit I've already opened this. He sent me a very nice note which I have read. Thank you very much, Rob. He sent me first his new stickers, 2 of them. Bonnie Mac, YouTube Resto-Rob. Very cool stickers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them right up here temporarily. I'll show you in just a minute. I put them, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to take the take this out of the tripod. I'll try to hold it fairly steady. I put them right there temporarily until I can arrange things a little bit better. But they are definitely going up there. Now right there is the railroad brochure that Rob sent me another time with some tools. So I may put them up there by the railroad brochure, but temporarily I'm putting them right here. Okay, let me put this back in the tripod and I'll show you what else Rob sent. He sent this cool little Powr-Kraft combination wrench, 5/16. He knows that I like Powr-Kraft tools, and thank you so much, Rob. Rob is a quite the Bonnie tool collector, and fortunately I do not see many Bonnie tools around this area. But if I do, I know who they're going to. So there's that. And lastly, Rob sent this awesome pen, ballpoint pen, with YouTube Resto-Rob on it. And I've tried this pen, it works great. It's a nice pen. So, Rob, thank you very much. Much appreciated, my friend. Check out Rob's channel, everybody. It's he does some really cool restorations. I decided to put Rob's pen up here in one of my display cases. And the little Powr-Kraft wrench goes right into the Powr-Kraft collection. Rob sent me a bunch of Powr-Kraft sockets that I showed in another video, and I'm going to have to get organized one of these days. These screwdrivers have been sitting around here in various places, waiting for someone to clean them up. And it looks like nobody else around here is going to do it, so I guess I will. This is a Powr-Kraft that needs some love. This is not a good situation here. Looks like somebody burned it or something. So I'm going to see if I can repair that, make it a little bit better. Blade's in good shape. Really doesn't look like it's been used that much. So we'll see what we can do with it. This is an Ace Hardware. I hope that this handle will clean up really nicely. So I'm not sure where I got these, but hopefully they'll clean up. This, it's kind of hard to see, but it is a Craftsman, and it says screw holding, and then somebody scratched their name on here. The first name's Henry. That's all I could make out. Maybe we could make it out later. But anyway, it's a screw holding screwdriver. It was a little bent, and I went ahead and straightened it out. It looks like it might need a little more straightening. Tip's in bad shape, so we'll fix that. And here's a Craftsman. I don't think that's mange. I think it's just dirt. So, and the tip needs a little work, but this is $1. I doubt that I paid that much for it, but who knows? I don't remember where I got it. So, let's get to work. I think we'll this looks to be the most difficult job here, so let's tackle that one first. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, gotta wait till that warms up. I think I better quit. I think at this point I'm just making it worse. So I think I'll quit, and I'd like to get that right there. Oh yeah, I'm making it worse. All right, I'm going to do the final shaping with some files, needle files, and it's never gonna look as like new, but maybe I can make it look better. This is where that big, ugly, burned hole was. I think it's looking better. Not going to be perfect, but I think it's going to look much better once I get some paint on there. I am not going to be able to get every little nick and groove out of here, but my hope is that I can make it look quite a bit better, at least presentable. Better than it was, I suppose. My plan is to leave the blue painted areas alone, because I'm afraid I'll just make them work worse, except for this. I'm going to try to put some paint on there. I don't think it's going to exactly match this blue, but we shall find out, I guess. I think I'm going to try some flits and see if that works any better than this Novus number 3. First, I think I'll go with try the Novus number 2 before I try the flits. Still need to do that side. They both work pretty good, actually. I think maybe the flits might work just a little bit better. But they're pretty close. Okay, let me finish this side and the top with flits. And we'll see how it looks after that. Here's the Powr-Kraft screwdriver with a coat of blue paint. It's some kind of acrylic, I think. It's a little bit darker than the rest of the blue, but it's not dry yet. I'm gonna let it dry for quite a while. And I may have to put another coat on there. But looks a little better. Not much, but a little. At least that big divot is gone. Pretty much. So, use the fiber wheel on the blade. Tip doesn't really need any work. I'm going to let this dry for quite a while and maybe touch it up with some more paint. And I might let it dry for a day or so. And then I will, I don't know, I might spray a coat of lacquer or something on there to kind of protect that paint. And when I'm through, I will give the whole thing a wax job. So that's where I am on that one now. All right, let's take a look at this little fellow. It says Craftsman screw holding, and then somebody has scratched their name on there, Henry. I can't read the last name. The shaft was bent. It still is a little bit. The tip is trashed. Looks like somebody used it for a pry bar. I tried my best to straighten it out, but it's still not straight. But anyway, we're going to do our best with what we got here. So I think the first thing I'm going to do on this is I think I'm going to address the tip. And this was bent quite a bit worse. It's still not exactly right, but That's about as close as I could get it. And these things are meant to start screws, not screw them in, which is what it looks like somebody tried to do here. So Henry kind of maybe abused this tool a little bit. Anyway, let's see if we can do something about the tip here, and then we'll start cleaning it up a little bit. Tip's looking better. After a little bit of work with the disc sander and use the fiber wheel on the shaft. So I'm going to clean up the holding mechanism here with a 600 grit, what are the, I always forget what these things are called, bristle disc. That spring was blued, but I don't think I'm going to blue it. I'm going to leave it just like that. So let's address the handle next. See all this stuff here? I think it's paint, I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I can carefully get some of it off. You know, it might help to put a little bit of water on it. I don't want to use any kind of solvent, but maybe water would help loosen it up. This is a relatively soft bristle brush here. It's not steel or brass. So I think I have most of the paint, I think it was paint, off this screwdriver handle. There's maybe a little bit left in there. But I don't think I'm going to dig too much more, because I'm afraid I'm going to make it worse. So at this point, I think I'll, I'm not going to do any more painting or anything here on this. I'm going to leave it like it is. But I'm going to start doing a little polishing. I really would like to get rid of that down in there. Fingernail works pretty good. Let me work on that, and I'll bring you back when something happens, one way or the other. I used some of this stuff and rubbed it out by hand. Now I'm using some of this Novus number 2 with the Dremel, or Dremel, the rotary tool, I guess you could call it. I have a Dremel, but I think the bearings are about shot in it, so I'm using this one. That looks quite a bit better, I believe. Maybe we'll get the microscope out in a while and see if we can read that guy's name. Okay. when I get through, I'll put a coat of wax on all of them. Looks a lot better, I believe. Okay, next let's work on this little Craftsman flat blade screwdriver. 41589. I don't think I would have paid $1 for this, but anyway, it's a kind of a nice little screwdriver, pretty straight. Tip is in reasonably good shape. So let's clean it up first and see if we need to do much of anything else to it. I don't think it's going to require much. So let's give it a cleaning. Let's use a little alcohol on this and see if we can get that marker out of there. Yep, that did the trick. I thought it would. I gave the blade a quick pass with the fiber wheel and worked on the blade tip a little bit with the disc sander. Not perfect, but it'll do. So I think it looks okay. When I get through with all these, I'm going to give them all a coat of wax, and hopefully that'll make them sparkle a little bit more. Nice little Craftsman screwdriver. Here are the 4 screwdrivers after some cleanup. Here's the little Craftsman screw holding screwdriver. Cleaned up fairly well, I think. Not perfect, but that's okay. I think it looks better. The same could be said of all of these, I think. Here's the Craftsman flat blade, little flat blade screwdriver. Here's the Powr-Kraft flat blade screwdriver, cleaned up rather nicely. I mean, it's got plenty of flaws in it. No, still. Here's my repair. I don't know if you remember, but there was a really gnarly big old divot right there. It looked like somebody stuck a soldering iron on it or something. It was bad, but it looks better. It still doesn't look real good, but anyway, it definitely looks better than it did, I believe. And I think here's the star of the show right here. This Ace Phillips head screwdriver. I like this one, the way this one came out. I think it's a nice looking screwdriver. So, glad to have that one. Okay, there you have it, my friends. Some cleaned up screwdrivers. Hope you enjoyed the cleanup of those screwdrivers. They'd been sitting around here and needing some cleanup for quite a while. So I'm starting to work on my backlog of projects here. So hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoyed being out here in the garage and doing stuff that I'd be doing anyway. So I'm glad you guys decided to come along with me. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave me a comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.